gotta go fast. Yeah. We've upgraded from flying directly into the nearest tree to flying into the sun. So, let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Ba, 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 ba. All right. Yes. No. Yes. And then gaming time. When it is time for gaming. Wonderful. Yippee! Let's see. So where were we? With our last round of stuff. We have been exploring. Usually takes me a little bit to actually get back into things. Figure out where we were. Hearing crickets and summer vibes. I want some s'mores. Man, s'mores would hit. This does feel like a very summery game. It feels like you're going to summer camp. You know? Like, that's kind of the vibes. Like, yeah. Like, man, when I was a kid, I was in Girl Scouts, actually. Explore the woods alone. Yeah. When I was a kid, I was in Girl Scouts. And basically, I was in Girl Scouts since, like, basically every year from, like, I think most of middle school, I was in Girl Scouts and stuff. I was in it for a while, but I digress. We went to, like, a summer camp, you know? It was very fun. We'd go to Girl Scout camp up, like, in the mountains and stuff. It was very fun. Get to, like, stay in a little cabin with all your other friends. Go do some, like, silly stuff. Yeah, good time. Good time. I don't have a whole lot of, like, super fun or exciting stories from it, but, you know. Go wander in the woods, make some little crafts. Go swimming in the lake or whatever. It's fun. Yeah. I always wanted to do that when I was younger, but never wanted to ask for things. I feel that. I really feel that. There was a lot of stuff that, like, I probably, like, don't get me wrong. I had a lot of privilege to, like, be able to have the experiences that I had, but there was still a certain amount of, like, there were things that I wanted to do that I didn't really, like, get the chance to exactly, or felt, like, guilty for asking for, if that makes any sense. Like, I think I've talked about this before. But one of those was, like, I've liked, like, theater and music and a lot of that stuff. I did, like, you know, like I was part of a local theater troupe when I was really, really little. Like, you know, basically one of the youngest people involved. And I did that until we left the area, until we moved away from the area, and I didn't get involved in that at all again afterwards. But there was a certain amount of me that was always like, I would like to try and do this again. So when we finally settled in the area that my family did, and we lived for the longest time, I very briefly managed to get back into theater classes and all of that sort of stuff. Except the place where those classes were taking place was like in downtown. So it was a little bit of a commute, and this was me in, like middle school and stuff. So it's not like I was going to be driving myself and taking care of the commute myself. So, there was a certain amount of like, well, once you graduate from these classes, then you'll be in the later classes. And that just means that we're going to have to be out even later in order for you to be able to, you know, continue with these lessons. And it's like, oh, well, if it's going to be that much of a hassle, I'm not going to advocate for that, even though I really, really wanted to. And I would have absolutely loved to, Japanese kids can do it. Subways would be nice. I wish that there was like, that there had been a good, safe public transit system. But unfortunately, there really wasn't a good other option. Mostly because my family kind of used to live, like, in the middle of the woods, like, in the middle of nowhere. It was really funny. Like, you could look on Google Maps and kind of, like, you could see where the address would ping on Google Maps, and then you'd have to, like, pull the map over a little bit, and then you'd actually see the house away from the main roads and stuff. It's like, yeah. That sure was a thing. That sure was a thing. But is like, because of the area we were at, there really wasn't a whole lot of good options. So but yeah, there was a lot of stuff like along those lines. Like, I wanted to continue with music stuff. I was always interested in continuing with the music stuff that I had done. Like, I got a guitar when I was in late middle school. Never really got to have formal lessons or anything with that. Everything that I learned was self-taught because I didn't want to ask. All of the stuff that I've learned with singing and that sort of thing, outside of the few lessons that I got when I was a kid, self-taught. Didn't want to ask. Felt guilty, more of seeing how my parents worked hard every day, so wanted to keep my impact low, which sprung my interest for cooking for myself. That's fair. I kind of just, like, tried to be, like, somewhat, like, low impact. There were things that, like, I didn't exactly, like, get... It's not that I didn't exactly get say in, per se. More like, oh, one of your friends that you've had since, like, elementary school is doing this sport, and they want you involved. Guess you're doing that sport now. And I played varsity all 4 years of high school. Not because I was good, because the team was small, and they wanted people. Also, thank you for the hydrate. I will take that right now. Like, combination of, like, where I was, I just didn't get a whole lot of, like, the kinds of opportunities that I would have been looking for. Like, it would have been inconvenient to try and advocate for those opportunities. And then the few that were available to me, if it wasn't something that, that my parents, mostly my mother, like, wanted me to get involved in, then I was sort of like, I don't know, you don't really want to be the weird kid, do you? Like, maybe I do. Maybe I am the weird kid. But you know what? Joke's on them, because I'm now an anime bird on the internet, so who's really winning here? Yeah. Anyways, let's see. We were going places. We were doing things. We were gonna try and oh yeah, the thing that we had been doing most recently, and I think that we're probably gonna try this again, is apparently there is a way to get to the sun station. Not to like left turn no blinker everybody. There is a way to get to the sun station that is on the Ash Twin. And what we had started doing last time, but we weren't able to finish, was there is a teleporter on the Ash Twin, but the way you get to it is essentially by playing Flappy Bird through a hallway full of cacti. And if you hit the cacti too many times, you just fucking die. So that's what we're gonna do today, is we're gonna go play Flappy Bird on the Ash Twin. So, here we go. With that said, now we can back yapping while we... Nope. So, off to the Ash Twin. But, yeah. Because, yeah. I mean, I will admit, I was, a weird enough kid that, like, I had a rough time when, you know, in the grades when kids are gonna be assholes, you know? But, What? Oops. Bouncy. Haha, anyways. Because we need to find... Oop. Crisis averted, guys. We did it. I didn't die. Anyways. Teehee. I realized that one real quick. Don't worry about it. I didn't walk outside without a spacesuit. You did. Okay, so here's the thing. There's that. Don't worry about it, guys. Don't worry about it. Just testing the waters. Dipping your toes in and see what happens. Hi, Shadow! Caw-caw! Yeah, you get it. You get it. I didn't go outside into space without a spacesuit. I don't know what you're talking about. I would never do something so stupid, so reckless, so, I don't know, thoughtless. Whatever. I'm smart. I'm a smart bird. I'm smart, and I definitely don't need to worry about breathing in space. Yeah. Because I'm smart and I always put on my spacesuit. Haha. Yeah. Where the fuck is the tower? I should probably make note of that. That would be smart going forward. Of where the tower for the sun is. Because there's a tower. What? We're gonna get away from that. Was it somewhere along the path? Basically, because that's just how it goes. Smarter than me, cousin. I mean, don't discount yourself like that. You're pretty smart. We need to figure out exactly where we need to land. That way I can just fucking die to a cactus in space. Where it at? Where tower? Where tower? There it is. There it is. This one. Go. Bonk. Good enough. We should be out of the way, right? I'll move it over a little bit, just in case. I mean, it's gonna be a one-way trip anyway. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. But, yeah. It's fun. Like, kind of have a lot of thoughts about it all, you know? A normal amount of thoughts, maybe. The door was broken. That's why we couldn't go in the normal way. We couldn't go in normal style. We have to wait for the sun, or for the sand to go down, so that way we can actually get into the side door. Here it is. So, we're trying to get over there. And now, we get to play Flappy Bird going all the way around here in order to get over there. So. Alright, here we go. Here we go. So very careful. Be so very careful. Be so very, very careful. 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 Look. We're so good. We're so good at this. We're so good at this. I swear I'm good at this.
No thoughts here, smooth brain. No ridges, no lumps. No thoughts, just blep.
Oh, fuck. Fuck. I failed. Anyways. We do it again. But better this time. But yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff now that it's kind of difficult to explain, but there's a lot of things where, like, you have to fly back there? Yeah. Here's what it is. We died. We did perish. Yeah, we're gonna have to fly back. I don't think that's how you do acupuncture. Could be wrong. I don't know. I'm still really new at this, so. If I remember correctly, and I probably don't. I think it was up closer to the northern hemisphere. But I don't know. There's kind of a part of me that, like, it's gonna sound a little sad, maybe a little fucked, but like, that, like, doesn't really find where the sun portal is. Twin Towers. City. I don't know if I'll necessarily be able to get the map marker for it. So we're just gonna fly around a little bit and see if we can actually find the thing that we're looking for. But this is gonna sound a little weird, but there's a certain amount where, like, I don't necessarily, like, how do I put this? Like, I don't like completely imposing my, you know, all of my authentic self when, like, I need something from people. If that makes any sense. Like, I don't want... I try and cause as little friction as I possibly can. You know, if there's a chance that it'll upset, like, the equilibrium of existence, right? I don't know. Maybe this is, like... This is a sign. Gotta be made therapy or something. But, like... We're gonna park this, that way we can actually see when this... There. So now we can watch the sand go down. Not making waves? Kind of, yeah. There's, like, a certain amount of, like, I need to be... Again, this probably is not gonna sound great, but it's like, I need to be the version of, like, you know, the version of me that, like, you know, you want to see. So, like, I make as little waves as possible because, you know, if I try and evolve, what if, like, what if I'm one of those starters that, like, you think that the second stage evolution is not cute? I don't think I'm not. I kind of like the next stage of the evolution that I'm at. But, like, you know? There's also a certain amount of, like, you know, if things are uncertain, then, like... We should be good. We should be good. There's, like, a certain amount of, like... Oop, we got picked up just a little. Can't be everybody's cup of tea. Sometimes your coffee, and even then, I'd only like a milky coffee. That's fair. That's fair. And that's well and good. And I fully accept that, like, I might not necessarily be everybody's cup of tea. However, there's a certain amount where, like, I might not be everybody's cup of tea, but, you know, if I am suddenly, like, if I'm relying on somebody, you know, like my parents or whatever, and we do it again, then, like, you know, you have to be the version of your own self that will cause the least waves, cause the least problems. And I find, for better or worse, that I end up doing that with a lot of things, a lot of people in my life, which is not good. Because I think it means, what it means, though, is that when I bring out, you know, big things, like, you know, what came out, kind of, sort of. Like, I'm not doing a very good job at explaining this, but there's a certain amount where it's like, I have to be... I'm never certain of what, like, somebody's reaction to me is gonna be, if that makes any sense. So I have to be, like, prepared for the worst. And, like, cannot be relying on anybody whose reaction I wouldn't be 100% certain of. like, there's a very large, I very much, like, made my peace with the fact, for example, that I probably never would have come out if I was in a relationship. Like, that's just not something that, you know? Because, like, what if they don't like me? What if my partner doesn't like me? What if, like, I want to change things about myself or my presentation that, like, you know, they're not into? Like, what then? I would rather, like, you know, have a situation that I want than, you know, try and tip the scales in a way that might not be cool. So yeah. Again, this is probably, like, not good sign, but we're choosing to ignore them, okay? We're gonna choose to ignore them. We're gonna face this until we see the sun thing pop up. And then we get to play Flappy Bird again! Overanalyzing and weighing the potential outcomes. Scared of the worst possible outcome versus the status quo. Yeah, basically that. Literally that. It's... I have to be completely certain that if the worst comes to happen, even if, like, you know, I'm not convinced that it would, like, if the worst thing happens, would I still be okay? Am I still gonna be, like, you know, am I still going to, like, have my needs met, sort of deal? Like, I kind of made the same value judgment when I originally came out to my family still doesn't know I'm of gender. Well, he did, but, you know. He was actually the person to, like, put things together. To put together that I was connecting dots about myself. But self-sacrifice and compromise? Maybe a little bit. It's, I don't know, kind of self-preservation in a way. Like, I came out, like, I waited I guess I could have waited longer to come out to, like, family and stuff as ace. But, you know, at that point I was, like, out at college and stuff. Living on, like, there's a good chance that, like, I probably won't actively come out to a lot of my family until I don't have to worry about what the reaction will be. That's just a thing. Over on this side. We're gonna be able to fill up my oxygen and yeah. Happy you found his first relationship. Yeah, I'm lucky. I don't regret any of the relationships that I've been in, even though they didn't work out. Because at the very least, like, you know, either are still friends or they helped me figure out things about myself. And I think that's pretty neat. You know, we're gonna try something different this time. I'm going in there right as the sand drops, and we're gonna try and walk across the sand for as much of this as we possibly can. Let me in, let me in, let me in, let me in. Go, 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 go. Fuck. Speed. I am speed. Faster than fast. Quicker than quick. I am lightning! Guys, I figured it out. I did it. I did it. What do I need to wait for? Is there... Oh, wait, do I need to do the thing on the other... I might need to... I think I'm understanding. For be gaming. I'm gaming! I'm a pro gamer! I need to be, like, lined up with the sun station? Yeah, we're lined up. Wah! Oh, fuck. Here we are. We're on the sun! Holy fuck. We did it. We fucking did it. 300,000 years ago. No user commands received for 10 minutes. All systems entering sleep. 6 minutes, 42 seconds ago. Increased solar activity detected. Sun station hull integrity approaching critical levels. Closing emergency doors. Warning. Opens emergency door. Are there any other options here? Or are we just gonna fucking walk out onto the sun? How are we feeling in this Chili's tonight? Okay, you guys, am I gonna walk out onto the sun? Let's fucking go! Oh my goodness. How the fuck? That's the sun down there. I don't know how we're supposed to get over there. That's very clearly an opening. Guess we're feeling chilly in this Chili's tonight. If we walking on the goddamn sun, yeah, I guess so. You know what? We did it. We made it. Alright, y'all hold my beer. We're gonna go up here, we're up here, we're up here. Fuck, we're gone. Lost in the vacuum of space. We fucked it up, you guys. Parkour! Oh, fuck. I don't think that we're getting back to it. I undershot it, yeah. I don't think we can make it back. I am fairly certain that we don't have the oxygen to get back to it. I think we might be cooked out here. We get to die in a fun, new, and interesting way. Three minutes of oxygen remaining. Maybe we will make it back. Holy shit. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Holy shit. Are we gonna make it back? Are we not gonna die here? Huh. Anyways. So, we know what we need to do. We're gonna have to do the same thing again. I don't know if I want to play Flappy Bird. But we can make it to the sun station. We can make it, in fact, to the sun station. Yeah. Okay. But there's clearly things here. And I bet there's gonna be things on the other side of the sun station. you know? If we can get to it. So. Man. Man. I wonder if we can, like... Wait, we don't have to play Flappy Bird again. I opened the door. Oh my god. Go. Good enough. Good. Yeah. So if this lines up again, then we... Oh. In we go. Okay. Whoa. Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, because we're on the fucking sun. We die sooner. That's pretty neat. So we have to be quick about this. But definitely waiting until the sand drops and then just fucking sprinting instead of playing Flappy Bird is the way to go about this. That is what we have learned. So that's what we're gonna do. It feels like you basically only get one shot. Smart. Yeah. We're learning. We're learning. We're doing things. I have plans. They're in motion. The Ash Twin. But yeah. Man. Grab. Insert last name here. You know, it's kind of funny you mentioned that. So, maybe you guys, like, have ideas, but... So, one of the many projects, I feel like I can probably, like, be vague about this. One of the, like, many projects that I am a part of is actually, like, a voice acting. It's, still in very early stages of production, but I'm a voice actor. I'm, like, a professional in everything. And, you know, I don't want to talk about too much of the project because spoilers, and I don't want to get in trouble. But one of the things is like, oh, yeah, well, if I want you guys to know that I'm involved in this project, then I have to tie this, to me. Me. The me that you see at this moment. You know? But they're like, oh, we're trying to keep this super professional, so like we don't want anybody like on the credits to have like username names, you know? Like, okay, well, now I have to come up with something. Now I have to figure out how to make you guys know it's me, but also be like professional or something. Prove that I'm a professional or something. But I don't know. What am I gonna do about that? I don't know. Something, probably. But, yeah. What? Because none of the ideas that I've been able to come up with are actually very good. I mean, hell, it took me way too long to figure out what I should call myself to you guys now. So, who knows? Scribe Keikaku it is. I think that's somehow worse. I think that's somehow worse. Who knows? And I can't be John VTuber because that's already taken. But, you know, something. I think after the next time... Yeah, I think it was after this time that the Ember Twin went around that we'll be able to get into the other side. Yeah, once the Ember Twin passes, then we'll go. But, yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing. And I've really been noodling, trying to pick out something good. But I'm not very good at this, so... Go, 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 go. Let me in, let me in, let me in, let me in. Why can't I crouch? Go, 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 go. What? The space! Let's fucking go. Yeah, close friends, so sure they can spitball something? That's fair, that's fair. I just never feel like my ideas are good until I let them cook. You know? We'll see, but, all this is to say, you know, someday I'll be able to share what I've been working on. I hope you guys will like it as much as I do. I think our ride's almost here. Whoop! Beam me up, Scotty! Alright, let's fucking go. And if we fuck it up this time, we fly directly into the sun because we know we're not getting another chance. Okay. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on! Oh my god, oh my god, we did it! We fucking did it! Oh, shit, we made it! We're on the sun station, we're on the sun station with the cool stuff! Science compels us to explode the sun. What? Can't we change this? I don't enjoy working in view of such a morbid mission statement. But it's accurate. We're gonna create a supernova for the purpose of our scientific progress. That's our mission. Our mission is to decide if such an irresponsible feat is even possible. Here's a better one. Mission: determine if it's possible to prompt the sun to explode. You lack a sense of humor. At least I don't lack a sense of ethics. Kindly refrain from going supernova on me before the sun does. Damn, okay. They blew it up on purpose. They fucking blowed up the sun. On purpose. What is down here? The sun, it appears. We are staring directly into the sun. Star has reached end of natural life cycle. Now approaching red giant stage. Warning, evacuate sun station. Approximate time until sun station is destroyed by expanding star. 3 minutes, 38 seconds. And 15 minutes until the star's death. Oh, we have 3 minutes to fuck around before we get incinerated! Something here. Here. Oh, we only got a little bit of time. Science compels us to explode the sun. What if we didn't, though? The sun's already exploding. If we don't have to do anything about that. It's already, like, yeah. Also, hi, Dark Vortex. Welcome on in. What happened? Did the sun station not fire? It fired, Yarrow, but it failed. The sun barely responded. There were infinitesimally small surface level changes, but they were barely visible, even to the third eye. The sun station is useless. It will never, and could never, cause the sun to explode. I don't know what comes next, my friend. I suppose we must start over, but I'm unsure as how to start over. I hurt you. My friends. We all know how hard you've worked. You've both worked. I can only offer my compassion. How are you? How's Idea? We're well, Yarrow. Or as well as can be expected given the circumstances, though I'm disappointed. I may have disagreed with exploding the sun, but I never wished the device would fail. I'd hoped our terrible work was finished. Return to the ash twin first, my friend. Perhaps a change of task would help. Spire noted a comet approaching the star system we'd like to investigate. Wait, if I put that in there, will that... Did we already find everything in here? We might have? So I'm safe, I think, for now. So we came in from up there. Is there anything up here for us? Oh, there is there. More up there. Oh! There's a statue. Anything we can do with it? Or is it just there? Just vibing? That might be it for here. Let's skedaddle then. Wall walking hurts my brain. Me too. Honestly, the vibes of this place, yeah. It's good. It's real good. I think that's all we can do. Whoa! What is this? What? Hey. Why are some of these lit up and not others? What? Well, this is a one-way trip, I'm pretty sure, unless there's a secret way to get out of here without fucking incinerating. But What was that? Is there more I could do with that? Oh. We don't have long, if so. Oh, goodbye, everybody. Stared at the sun too long, I'm seeing things. Yeah. What? What was that? Why were some of the eyes lit up and not others? What in the goddamn fuck? Huh. Let's see what we managed to put together on the conspiracy board. Because from what it sounds like, their original plan was to blow up the sun in order to power a 22-minute time loop. Or to power, like, a 22-minute discrepancy in time. And maybe it worked, but it was a little too late. Because what it sounds like is whatever their plan was with the sun station, it didn't work. Let's see. View the entry. Sun station was designed to make the sun go supernova. Nomai fired the sun station, but it had no effect on the sun. They concluded that the sun station could never cause the sun to go supernova. After the failure of the sun station, the Nomai took a break to investigate a newly arrived comet. According to Nomai computers, our sun has reached the end of its nitro life cycle. Cool. Oh, cool. That sun was going boom. Yeah. So I bet that the interloper is the next step from this. That's kind of what I'm getting, is whatever is happening here, whatever this was meant to power, whatever the Ash Twin project, you know. Now my plan to construct technology capable of producing a 22-minute negative time interval on the Ash Twin. So the question is, do we think that we can find that on the Ash Twin? Is the question. Because we still don't know where exactly this is. So that's a thing. There's also all the shit with the quantum moon. But that's a whole other can of worm. So, yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Man. Yeah. There's more with the Hanging City. There's more with the Sunless City. Yeah. So is the next step to try... Let's see. Did that. Okay. Twin project. Keep producing a 22 negative time interval on the Twin. I wonder if there's more there that we haven't actually. Ash Twin's equator. What station use those powers? Those go to the sun station, the black hole forge. Or in the port, delivering them to the Ash Twin. There's more on the Hanging City. My city is divided between Brittle Hollow's North Glacier. The city is divided vertically into 4 districts. There's a switch that there's this and that. Okay. There's still more there that we need to explore. For sure. And we still have no idea what the Ash Twin project is. But maybe the next step that we try and investigate would be the black hole floor. Or living them. Let's see. Yeah, we might want to go, because we still have quite a lot that's over on Brittle Hollow that we haven't. More stuff here as well. Yeah, because Brittle Hollow seems like it's going to be kind of a gateway into the quantum moon as well. So we might want to go check out the Black Hole Forge, see if we can find that. Yeah, that should be our next step. Yeah. There we go. There's also stuff with Brittle Hollow's moon as well that we can check. Ooh. Hey. Up, up, up. Okay, so here we are at the North Pole. Oh. Have we looked into this yet? Let's go find out. Alright. Spacesuit on. Out we go. Oh, this is the, like, receiving end of, like, one of the teleporters, I think. There should be a way down below the surface here. Hanging city below. That goes up. The down seems to be broken. Wait, if this is the same thing as before, then I wonder if there's something around here that I can do. Let's see. Do you want to build a snowman? Come on, let's go and play. I never see you anymore. Mouth the door. It's like you've gone away.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, yeah, this one. Down we go. Let's see how fast we can get our exploring in before we fucking die. Oh, yay! There's a... Let's see, where can we go? We want to go specifically to the Black Hole Forge, so we're gonna see how quickly we can get there. School District, Meltwater, High Shrine, Black Hole Forge. Black Hole Forge should be up. Black Hole Forge is gonna be the swirly one. Woo! Oh, I see. It's like it's on the ceiling. one of these is collapsed kind of into the other, it looks like. So, how do we get up there? Do I need to, like... There was the thing to raise the black hole forge. Do I need to do that? Pretty far down there. Wish there was a way you could, like, look at your notes. Genuinely do not remember. On a level 4. Where exactly was the thing to be able to raise and lower the black hole? I don't remember. Did we already read this? I think we already did. Let's see. Black hole forge controls. Cool. Down we go. We need to figure out a way to get to it. If I raise that up... How the fuck are we supposed to get up there? Do I just, like, have to fly at it or something? Doesn't really make sense. Because it definitely looks like there's gonna be, like... It's gravity tiles on the ceiling, you know? Okay. Like, that definitely looks like the grippy tiles. Yeah? Unless there's the sparkle that's on the other side. There was a thing on the surface, too. Wasn't there? I need to just... There's ways to get further up in here. Oh, there's definitely something over there. Okay. We already been over here? I don't... Oh, we definitely haven't. I would remember this. Be welcomed in this place. This shrine is a space to reflect on what brought us to this star system, the signal from the eye. We observed the eye's signal in our travels and followed it here to find its source. What we know is this. The source of the signal, which we have chosen to call the eye of the universe, is older than the universe itself. The rest we have yet to learn. Enter and open your mind to its possibilities. Okay. What is the eye of the universe? Good question. The eye is older than the universe, so imagine how much it can teach us. Perhaps it's a cosmic library. Ooh, sounds cool. Suppose the eye is a more advanced being. The eye is the source of the signal that brought us here. Okay. How could the eye be older than the universe itself? Oh, thank you so much for the hydrate and the unshrimping. Me. Lethal sippy time. And suppose it is a relic from a previous universe. The early universe was unimaginably hot and dense. If anything existed before, it would have been destroyed. Suppose the universe is older than previously assumed. Who knows? What is the eye's signal? Suppose the eye wishes to communicate. The signal is a call. Were we the intended audience? The signal is the eye's voice. It speaks in a language we don't yet know. Or maybe the signal is the eye's attempt at expressing itself. From the signal, we're able to determine the eye's approximate age, or perhaps its lack of age. Interesting. Things over there, I feel like. Probably things over there. What? There we go. And down here? Doesn't appear to be. Let's go up. Okay. I no longer believe, as I did as a child on the Ember Twin, that the eye of the universe, the source of the signal, wishes to harm us. But it may not want to be found either. In fact, the eye may not have wishes at all. We have no evidence supporting this. The terrible circumstances of our arrival here were almost exactly that circumstance. We're almost exactly that circumstance. I suspect imagining we're special to the eye in some way is wishful thinking. The eye may have called out to any sentient species. Or it may not have been calling out at all, and my ancestors heard the eye's signal hold, and that my ancestors heard the eye's signal holds no great deep meaning. This wouldn't be so bad, I think. Kind of a, what if, like, we weren't special, actually? Is there any proof that we are special in the eyes of the universe? Something down there. Will I immediately fall through to the ground? Or worse, through the black hole and out the other side. If we want to go up there, if I can see it. Yeah, we want to get up there. Question is how? Ooh. Okay, we're back out where we started. But we basically just, like, need to get uppies. So, like, do I just, like, need to climb up here? Is that gonna be enough if I just, like, jump? My mom said I was, so yeah. Fair enough. I think we probably need to try and get at it from inside there, maybe? Is it gonna be easier to come at it from this side or the other side? Try this side. This feels like kind of a bullshit way to do it, though, you know? Like, it feels like there should be, like, an actual way up there. And there probably is with that teleporter. But, you know. We're gonna try this first. Random bullshit, go! Oh, where are we? We have fallen into a crevasse. we are doing things. I am cooking. Ain't gaming if you ain't trying to break the game. Hell yeah, brother. Oh, fuck, fuck, fuck. Oh, fuck, fuck, fuck. Nailed it. Yeah, it feels like I should be doing stuff with the teleporty bit surface, if there's still surface to go back to. Hold your beer. Get her done. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Where the fuck is the stairs? Out the other side? Get broken off? Fallen into the void? Nope. I think we already read that. We should be good there. Okay, let's see if we can make it back to our ship. Whee! Go, and up and down. Fireball. Okay. Let's refuel real quick. And I think there's probably gonna be something with this. It feels right. Like, this has to do something, yeah? Just a matter of if we found the stuff yet. Let's see. We also still need to find the, I guess, Dark Bramble thing for the... Or honestly, I wonder if at this point we can't just fly our ship down into it. You know? We don't have very long, so we may as well try. Nope. We do need to repair some structural damage, apparently. There we go. Good enough. Cool. Okay, so we need to get up there. What if we just fly our ship into it? Okay, here we go. It's time to get crazy, get stupid with this. Nope. Nope. Okay. Let's see. Where all can we get around this? And would we have to go underneath? We might have to go underneath, which is a little dangerous, but here we go. Unless we can fit through here. Like a glove. Fuck. Don't worry about it. We're fitting fine. I can fit just fine. I'm not stuck. You're stuck. I'm not stuck, I swear. I'm stuck on. Ah. So honestly, this might be a better spot. Like, just need to get up there. Don't know how to do that. Let's see. Dang. Who think? Oh, shoot. That was in fact kind of look unstable, actually. Almost as unstable as me. Haha, haha. We can knock it out. Come on, come on! Man. It feels like it should be easy to knock out. I don't know what it's actually stuck on. But here we are. Alas. It's our target. So close, but so far. Damn. Damn. Alright. Let's see. I don't think we have very long anyways. There it goes. Yeah. Well, we've tried. And we now have a new target. For all of our shenanigans in the next loop. And we learned things. So, yeah. And we're back again. Let's check the logs real quick. See if there's anything new. Memai traveled the solar system in pursuit of a signal from something older than the universe itself. They named the source of the signal the Eye of the Universe. Cool. Kind of hoping that we're going to learn more about what exactly the Ash Twin Project exactly is. I learned it did not fit in the square hole. Keep to be. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, we got our, at least for the short term, we got our autopilot on. But yeah. Come. Kidding me? Well, staring at scrap for so long, I need to give myself a snack. Good snack. Be back later. Oli. I wonder if I can just bring it in through that hole that's already been punched through. Oh. Cool. What's this? We're in a new spot. Oh. There's shuttle controls over there. See what we can do. Let's see. I think we should. Roads? Turn observatory. So we're gonna have to check that out next. See what all there is to see in here. I'm here. After watching it wander the skies for so long, I'm about to stand for the first time on the quantum moon. As expected. Okay, we did already see this then. In that case, we still... Welcome back, Shadow. Let's go to the Southern Observatory. I want to see what all there is to see here. happens if I... Ooh, here we go. Oh man. Well, we're on an adventure now. See if we can get there before the planet falls apart, I guess. Hey. Oh man. Oh man. I think those are the gravity ones. Yeah, they're gravity. Have to follow now. Oh. And down we go. This way? Yeah? Okay. Then it has to be up there. Okay. So then where do I try and head for next? Uh-oh. 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 Uh-oh! No! No, 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 no! Fuck. Maybe. We got lifted by something. It's our buddy. Yay! We didn't make it where we wanted to go, though, which is a shame. Power of quantum knowledge. Maybe we can make it over to the... Let's see if he's got a fuel canister we can... Cool. Ooh, alright, let's go. Let's fucking go. Alright, alright. We've made it to the place with the stuff. What does this say? Be welcomed in this place. Above you stands the power of quantum knowledge. If you're making your first pilgrimage to the quantum moon, ascend these stairs and obtain the last knowledge you need for your journey. What stairs? Where stair? Stairs. Uppies! Oh. Entrance, power. Southern Observatory is still a ways off, but that's fine. Because we still want to check that out as well. We go up the stairs. I think is the only way forward. Beneath your feet lies the power of quantum knowledge. If you're preparing a descent to the journey, and we need to get down. The trees are moving. The trees in this grove wander freely. The entire planet, roots and all. This is not normal, even for alien planet. I've never seen them move. Is that even possible? Anyone else witness this disturbing behavior? I implore you, report your observations here. Trees do move. Okay, that's neat. Alarmingly, this isn't only the trees. There's other matter in this area, such as an unusual shard of rock moving in the same way. That shard of rock is unusual for another reason, too. It possesses color and texture I've never seen nowhere else on the planet. The shard's presence should be significant. Interesting. I guess we go back down. Okay. Alright. Well. Let's, I guess we go. Guess we kind of just have to fucking send her. Yeah? Man. How the hell? Is there like another way or something? Is it just I'd have to run up the side of this? That might be the case. I don't know if I can make that. Though I feel like I've made it before. I'm really not sure. I genuinely don't know what else to do here. Unless I wait for it to fall through to the other side. And into space. And I with it. Which could be a possibility. I'm pretty sure this falls through to the other side. Like, I'm pretty sure this will end up going through to the other side of the white hole, you know? Yeah, because otherwise I can't make that. Not on my own, at least. I don't remember how much of this we've actually explored. It's been a hot minute. Might just have to wait and see what happens. That's back to the crossroads. %. Well, I guess we'll see what happens if we fall through. At this point, I don't really have a whole lot of other options. So yeah, how are we feeling tonight? Very little I can do at the moment. I kind of hope that this falls through. Oh, there goes a rock. Oh my. That kind of just like flipped through, didn't it, huh? Yeah, because I cannot make that. Otherwise, like, what other options do I have here? Not a lot. Where's the sun at? We're pretty late in the cycle at this point, too, so not exactly a whole lot left to try. Does this end up going through to the other side? I don't remember if it does now. I think we might just run out of oxygen. Oh, here we go. Huh? There. Yeah. I don't know why that I'm getting oxygen back, but here we are. Oh, there's trees! Oh, holy shit! We actually survived because there was trees. Let's see, can we go further down into this? Following where there once was stairs? See if I can 50%. Cool. It's fine. It's fine. And why is it not letting me go down? Not work. Fine. We should be able to just... Guess we don't even need to go all the way down now. We can just turn around. Turn around, I said. And yeah. Okay. Okay. There are symbols. They're tracking the quantum moon. Oh man, this sucks. Welcome, Selenum. Your arrival means you've completed your preparations on Giant Steep and are ready to depart for the Quantum Moon. On your pilgrimage, the Quantum Moon will carry you, just as it carried me and many other in our clan before me, to the moon's 6th and most secret location. You'll be aided in your pilgrimage by a shrine our clan built on the Quantum Moon, but remember the final rule: to explore the 6th location, the shrine must be on the moon's north pole. Be curious on your journey. That did not help a lot. Should be something over here. I'm probably gonna run out of fuel, actually. I'm gonna be careful. Fuel level critical. Cool. We're gonna run out of fuel and just have to chill here. In the void. Is there anything different that we get from this? No. Scroll is the same. Anything? Oh, there's another one. Come on, there. I don't think I'm gonna have time to read this, judging by the music. Be prepared. It's a significant journey. Make sure you do it not for yourself, but also for the clan. Gotta carry these. Find the Quantum Moon. It took time. I'm trying to read this as quick as I can because I know we're about to blow up. Goodbye, everybody. Good stuff. Good stuff. I don't think I actually got any actionable information out of that, though. I think we really just need the Black Hole Forge at this point. Well, on to the next. Let's see where we're at. Okay. Quantum Shard. What is that? Strange rock that appears to wander when no one is watching. Okay. Where are we? We also haven't done anything on the lava planet. Let's see. Southern Observatory. We still need to get to the Southern Observatory. Okay. Quantum Shard. We haven't gotten to the Black Hole Forge. We haven't gotten to the Southern Observatory. And we haven't tried to land on the planet made of lava. Or on the moon made of lava. Quantum Moon South Pole. Okay. Visitors of the Quantum Moon always arrive at the South Pole. Quantum Moon sometimes disappears, possibly to an unknown sixth location. Okay. We're off to Brittle Hollow again. See? All right. So let's see. Okay, cool. Managed to narrowly miss that. See, this is where we landed before, right? Cool. There it is. Down. Let's see. So we could always try and make a run for the Southern Observatory as well. So I do still kind of want to try and get this. Maybe there's something over there? I don't know. How do we get over there? That's the question. And at this point, I genuinely don't know. So we might need to go and see what other places we can check out. Let's see. So either the tower should go to the gravity should go towards to the Southern Observatory as well. So let's try and do that. Okay, up we go. Okay. To the south. Okay. Let's see. So where is the things with the that we use to get out to the next place? Roads. That's where we were before. It was the crossroads for sure. Southern Observatory. Cool. Let's see what we can do. Maybe this time we won't just nearly fall into it. God, this makes me so nervous for reasons I can't explain. Maybe it's just the fact that we're basically just in a tractor beam over a white hole with limited oxygen. I don't know. There's just something about that that maybe has a right to make me a little bit nervous. But again, I just have to remind myself that death doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be scary. Also, like, jumping these, I don't know. That just scares me just a little. Now, if we remember correctly, this is about where we fucked it up last time and almost fell. But this time we're not gonna do that. We didn't do that. See, we're professionals. We figured it out. Okay. Now we go up there. Okay, and we're in! Holy shit, we're in! We made it inside! Open the door into the out! Hell yes. Ooh! Giant steep projection stone. What does this do? Connie, Daz, and I were lifting the orbital probe cannon components into orbit for assembly, and one somehow sank beneath the current? Conway, you should have seen it. We thought it was impossible for any cannon components to sink even partially below the current, but ours sank straight to the core. Kasava convinced me not to try and recreate the phenomenon myself using other cannon parts, but we're very curious to know what happened. How could something pass through the current? My gratitude for your interesting question. This is exciting. The Spire constructed a model of Giant Steep here at Brittle Hollow Southern Observatory, and it reveals how an object might sink below the current. Conway, I'm unable to grasp the answer by looking at it through the projection pool. If I visit the observatory, will you kindly explain? If you don't mind the trek beneath the surface to the South Pole, I'll be delighted to see you. There's two trailheads, one at Brittle Hollow's gravity cannon and the other at the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. Okay. I wonder... Whoa. Wait a minute, this is different. What was that? Huh? The Savas construction yard has been using cyclones and Giant Steep to lift orbital probe cannon parts into orbit, but one component was pushed down past the current that usually prevents anything from sinking. Spire and I are crafting a model to determine why this happened. An update. It's now clear there's two different types of cyclone. Most cyclones on Giant's Deep rotate clockwise. These are cyclones Cassava typically uses to send components into orbit. There also exists a rarer type of cyclone that spins in the opposite direction and pushes objects beneath waters and below the current. My gratitude. Conway is showing me your handiwork, and I'm intrigued by this secondary type of cyclone. But is it really necessary to build a model to tell me that? The model will be useful as we continue monitoring Giant's Deep. I also very much wanted to make a model. That's fair. Okay, so the direction that they spin determines, like, whether or not they'll make it below the surface. That's good to know. We're learning things, you see. Oh. Ah. We can control things. Let me pause and take a little sippy. Because we're learning things, you guys. We're learning things. And I feel like I'm going to be doing a lot of reading. What have we learned thus far in our search for the Eye of the Universe? Those of us on the vessel originally followed the Eye signal to this star system, but we were unable to warp to the Eye itself. The locator we built on the Adel Rock and the new, more sensitive locator we built here were both unable to detect any trace of the Eye's signal. Hypothesis. The Eye has stopped emitting its signal. Suppose the Eye doesn't wish to be found. Cassava, how can you suggest that? The Eye's signal called out to summon us to the star system. I'm aware. I grew up hearing the Eye's story, yet we're no closer to finding it than you were when we first arrived here. Based on all our knowledge of the quantum moon, we believe that the Eye is in orbit around this star system's sun. This would mean that the Eye is located within a finite, albeit enormous, range. I wonder if the sixth location is the Eye of the Universe. Gotta be what it is, right? Probably what it is. How should our methods change as we continue our search for the Eye of the Universe? As we couldn't find the Eye signal using two different devices built for this exact purpose, we should discontinue the search method. We know that what the Eye looks like thanks to the quantum moon, so what if we try to find the Eye visually instead? Let's send out a probe. Mallow's idea is clever, but we have no idea where the Eye is in relation to here. The probability of launching a probe in the correct direction would be absurdly small. I believe we've got a solution for that problem. Have you spoken with Rami and Pi about the technology that they're developing? We'd need to build a probe launching mechanism to cover those long distances quickly. A cannon in orbit around a celestial body would circumvent the need to escape gravity's pull. Giant's Deep would be a good choice. It's furthest from the sun, so it would provide the best angles for launch. And it's moonless, except for when the quantum moon is visiting. Yeah, let's build the cannon in orbit around Giant's Deep. So there's gotta be something with the time loop related to the fact that the probe, or like the gravity cannon that is on Giant's Deep, explodes at the very start of every, like, every round? Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Huh. Like a model of the universe. Weird. Over here? Maybe I need to light them all up. What happens if I do all of them? Now the thing is lit up. Let's go see what it says. Unable to determine orbit, no signal detected matching any known criteria for the eye of the universe. Huh. They're really, really trying to locate the eye of the universe, which is emitting a signal that they think is specifically calling to them. And I think I'm putting some of the pieces together so far. Oh, that was close. Let's see. Can I get this to do the thing again? Where is this? Is this Giant Steep? I think it's Giant Steep. Is that... Wait, can I read this from here? No. Because if I leave the square, it'll drop me. What's a projection? It connects somewhere to Giant Steep. Interesting. I don't really have anything else beyond that, I think. But I wonder, actually. There was a spot on the surface. It would be literally on the other pole. Where there was the spot that I could put a projection stone. I wonder if there's a way that I can get back over there. I guess it'll just depend on how fucked up that the surface is. Let's, yeah. Try not to use as much. I'm trying to use as little fuel as I can. Because we don't have a whole lot. Let's see. Oh. I think we did explore this. Continue to... We don't have very long, judging by the sun. So we'll see if we get there in time. Ba, ba, ba. There. Let's go refuel first. And then... let's go see if we can find where to put this rock. Because I know that I saw a slot somewhere over here. Where was it? Unless it already got dropped. Who knows? No, it's over here. We're good. I think it's in here. Or like up here, maybe? There's definitely... There it is. Yep. Will it give us any new information, though? Fireball. Right here, will it do the same thing? It does! It's the same location to the spot on Giant's Deep. Interesting. We're seeing things. I don't know what dots we're connecting, but we sure are connecting them. Have we gone up here? I feel like we probably have, but, you know. We don't have long till the end of everything, so we may as well double check. Let's see. Has anyone observed the phantom moon that sometimes rises in the night sky? I think we have already read this. Because at some point we do also want to probably go on to Hollow Lantern. Though I don't think we've got a lot of time. So, yeah. So we're still trying to figure out what exactly the Ash Twin project is. That's one of them. Though, or like why the Ash Twin project is. We haven't seen anything so far. At least, like, why they need to stop it. The only other thing that I can think is, like, the Nomai are their whole purpose is they're looking for the eye of the universe, which is potentially has similar qualities to the quantum moon. As in, like, you know, it just doesn't abide by physics or whatever and just, like, teleports around and shit. So with that, I guess, like, were they hoping that if they stopped time, they'd be able to send a probe off of Giant's Deep to wherever the quantum moon / the eye of the universe is? Were they hoping that the eye of the universe would, like, that the 6th location that the quantum moon goes to is the eye of the universe? I don't know. Got new details, though. So we may as well. They couldn't figure out where it was. I think that it's probably, like, the quantum moon is probably how they were planning to get to the eye of the universe. Most cyclones on Giant Steep rotate clockwise. There are special ones that rotate counterclockwise. That let you go down. Nope, time to explode. Bye-bye, sun. So yeah. Goodbye, everyone. But yeah. I will admit, I don't know how much I'm gonna actually be able to do. Like, the probe that got launched out there is probably going to the quantum moon. That's what I'm gathering from this. I don't know how much more. Well, there still is more that we can try and uncover. But, like, I know for a fact that I'm not going to be able to do a lot of stuff on Giant Deep. Because, yeah. It's not good for the Thalassophobia brain. But, you know what? What if we go to the lava planet? What if we go burn in lava? That sounds like fun. That we can do. Let's at least, like, go try and land on Hollow Lantern. Let's see. Can we land on this? Surely there's probably a way. Is there ground even? I don't know if there is. Yeah. Otherwise, we're back to trying to figure out how to get the black hole forge to work. Wait, what's this? We mess with this yet? I don't think we have. Let's see what this is. Is everyone unharmed? No one was badly injured from the escape pod's impact. We're incredibly fortunate. This is good news, at least. Have we heard from escape pod 2 or 3? No, I'm unable to make contact. My equipment can hear 2 other escape pods' distress signals, however, if that's any comfort. Both pods must be structurally intact. I'll continue calling for them. My gratitude if we can. Dutch, the moon is approaching again. Everyone, brace yourselves, swiftly. The volcanic moon has returned. Be cautious of falling ash and debris. I believe the moon is back. This planet doesn't appear eager to have guests. We're certainly unwelcome on its surface. We need to find shelter and quickly. The volcanic moon won't be gone for long. I observed several promising sites below the surface, but we'll need to construct a way for everyone to climb safely down this cliff. Perhaps we could build platforms. Okay. In we go. Okay. Begin flight log. Escape pod 1. Vessel has been mortally injured. Emergency sequence activated. Awaiting departure from vessel. Escape pod 3. Now launching. Collision imminent. Preparing for impact. Scanning external environment. Scan complete. Minor structural instabilities detected. Pockets of breathable air detected. Adequate solar energy. First stick hospitable. Okay. Escape. Nope. Ah. Those are definitely safe. And structural sound. These inspire confidence. Oh boy. Use caution, a black hole sleeps below. You must not slip. Good tip. Good tip. Oh man. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Oh man. Down we go. Oh, where are we? Of note, be sure not to wander far from here. Though this area is somewhat unstable, it's safer than any we've found so far. Temporary settlement is finished, but remember to be cautious of falling rocks and dust created by meteor impact. This is a different spot. This. Okay. That leads to that path on the ceiling. Where does this go? Given concerns about our settlement stability, where should we construct a new, less temporary shelter? I believe we should migrate to the northern glacier. Building beneath the crust again would shelter us from the volcanic moon's eruptions. What if we use gravity crystals to craft a stable path? We need to stay close to the escape pod so Felix can monitor incoming messages. We can't be rescued if we aren't present to respond. I don't believe anyone's coming to save us that. Now we have to save ourselves. I agree. We're here because the eye's signal called and we followed. If we're to find it, we need not merely survive, but thrive. It's a wise point. Plume and eloquently made. If moving to the northern glacier will keep us safer, then that's what we should do. Okay. So this was like their initial... This is probably their, like, initial setup. Ooh. This knowledge is too dear to lose. Here's everything we can recall about the signal we encountered while aboard the vessel. The signal looked like an eye, round with a circle at its center, much like a pupil. Suppose signal was looking for something. The signal is older than the universe itself. This is the most significant detail. No Nomai clan has ever encountered anything like it. How can anything in this universe be older than the universe itself? Imagine what rare and profound knowledge it might offer. We must find this eye of the universe. Okay, there seems to be a decent amount of stuff around here. I guess we have quite a bit to look through. That's what we're gonna do. Oh, nope, we overshot that, but at least we didn't fall into the void. Haha. Okay. Where was the... I saw there was a tree. Let's see. Where was that? It's up there. We're riding down there. Go up first. Turn around, I guess? Yeah. Over here. Might be able to breathe over here? Maybe? Yeah. Got our refill of oxygen. Hell yeah. Anything in here? Oh, there is. What does this say? My brother wasn't in escape pod 1 with us. Was he in 1, 2, or 3? Was he able to board an escape pod at all? We sacrificed too much arriving here. I will not allow our clan's greatest loss to be in vain. Oh? What does that say? The pain of your absence is sharp and haunting, and I would give anything not to know it. Anything but never knowing you at all, which would be worse. I can only hope that you're safe, Peak, wherever you are. Man. Okay, that's sad. So from what it kind of sounds like, whatever happened, there was an incident on the vessel. And the Nomai split off into 3 different escape pods, and they ended up in different places throughout the universe. Oh. So that must be the vessel. They received the signal. Oh, and it got trapped in the bramble. And from the bramble, there were 3 escape pods. 1 went to the Ash and Ember Twin, 1 went here, and then 1 is still in the bramble. I can't understand. Why did the vessel crash in that place? Was the vessel unwell in some way? No, Anona and I checked before the warp, and the warp core and navigation systems were both well. We warped to follow that curious signal from the eye of the universe. Where we arrived was wrong. It wasn't where we tried to go. Suppose it wasn't a problem with the vessel, but with our destination. I'm a friend for our friends in Escape Pod 3. we can hear each other's escape pod distress signals, which gives me hope. Polly, are you still there? I'm unsure how to survive in this place without you. I'm unsure how to be me without you. Man. So I guess there wasn't a... It kind of sounds like there wasn't a lot of, like... They didn't get to, like, you know, be with their loved ones. They weren't guaranteed to escape together. So a lot of people got separated from the people that they cared about. And especially the ones who were unlucky enough to still be in the bramble. Now, probably having a bad time. Kind of hard to tell where I've already looked. Let's see. We've looked in there. I think we've gotten through most of this. I don't think we can actually continue on the path to the other pole. But, yeah. Because the black hole forge is... Unless this is how you're supposed to get over to where the black hole forge is. I have no idea. Like... Because clearly it's not walkable now. Well. Let's see. Get back to the ship. Is that gonna be possible? These are the questions. Because if so, then we could always try going out to the Hollow Lantern. It's been long enough that... I think it does the same thing that the Ash and Ember Twin do. Where, like, the hot from the Hollow Lantern is, like, drained, I guess? If that makes any sense. Let's see. I think we just need to be really careful not to hit or like to cause too much pressure on it, because like when I landed on it, it broke, but we're good now. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Let's see. How's the sun? Yeah, we should still have time. First of all, let's refuel. And so we have a couple of options. We could try and go back around to the Black Hole Forge. We can try and land on the lantern. What if we take a look around? Maybe there's something here. I don't know. Alright, let's... We have done it. What have I done? Probably a mistake, but that's fine. Yeah, this is definitely feels like it's draining, albeit slowly. There's gotta be something here, right? Or we're just gonna run into the hot. So thank you for the hydrate. Definitely gonna be needed. Given the location which I have landed on. What if I run into an active volcano? What if I just did that? Cheese can. Because I thought I saw in one of them, there seemed to be like a ledge or something down in there. There's something about this whole situation that's very Super Mario Galaxy. I don't know. I think it's how small the planet is. Like how small Hollow Lantern is. Almost fell into the cheek. Fireball. Yeah, it kind of looks like there's something down there. Could also just be me, like, now losing it, you know? I'll probably die if I go in there, right? Probably. Not in those. There's nothing in those. Back. Sure. Pop up. Alright. Cool. And down again. Where have I already looked? Let's see. I am fairly well convinced that the lava is draining, though. Which, I guess, is good things for the exploration. Oh, snap. Okay. Let me up. Aw, we're running out of time. It's at the point where, like, you can tell based on the musical cue when you're like, I don't know if it's like 60 seconds remaining, but the musical cue gives away the very last statement. It feels that looks like something in there. Is that just me? Am I like actually losing it? I might be. Let's try flying over. Yeah, I think I might just be losing. Goodbye, universe. Movie ending pose time. Shiny. Men. Don't go into the light, but it's a little too late. I already went into the light. I don't think I can escape the light. So we're learning things. We're learning things! So yeah. I think, though, this may be a good spot for us to call it. Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. Because I still got some yaps left in me. Haha. Let's see. Scary Groundhog Day game. I mean, that's one way to look at it, for sure. I kind of like it, though. It's, like, I find it way less stressful, even though it has a lot of the same, like, mechanics that I found to be really, really scary with Subnautica. Like, this doesn't feel as bad to me. There's moments, for sure. But, like, overall, I don't find this to be anywhere near as scary as, like, Subnautica was. But, yeah. Fun stuff. Yeah. There's so much. Like, I genuinely, I have no idea how much more I'm actually gonna be able to feasibly get to, you know? Cause, like, for next time, like, I do like that there's no resource gathering and management along with survival. Yeah, that is really, really nice. I do appreciate that much. That, absolutely 10 out of 10. Really, really like. But I don't know how much more that I'm feasibly gonna be able to get. Like, I would like to be able to get to the Quantum Moon and to, like, be able to check off everything on the conspiracy board. But I don't know how much more that I can feasibly get to without being, like, pro gamer, you know? Why can't ya? I mean, I probably could, but, like, Like, I know that I want to figure out how to get to the Black Hole Forge. But at the same time, like, I have no idea how to make that work. Are we just gonna have to, like, fly our ship directly at it? I don't know. That feels like the wrong solution. There's definitely something with the with the like teleporter thingy on the surface that I feel like we could probably do something with. And it feels like what I kind of feel like this is going to end up being at the end. I have no evidence to support this other than what we've already seen and just my own vibes. But I feel like getting to the quantum moon kind of feels similarly to getting below the surface of the interloper. I feel like it's gonna be something where we kind of have to just like get the exact right sequence of events, you know, like do stuff in the exact right timing. Like it's gonna involve something from the like high energy lab on the Ember Twin, and then you're gonna have to like blast off to somewhere else. And I have no idea what all it's gonna involve, but it feels spiritually like it's gonna be you need to do this and this and this all in the same loop, and then you can get there, and then you'll have like 2 minutes left to explore. You know, I can't say this for sure, but that's kind of where I'm at. Is like that's probably what's gonna happen. You know? Like that might be a thing. But again, no evidence to support that. I would love to be proven wrong. I would love to be proven wrong. Yeah. Too many boxes to check for a big finish. Like, there's still a couple of things left that we can still a couple of threads that we can pull on. We still want to figure out how to get the black to the black hole forge. Like we can get the controls, but we haven't been able to get to the thing. And we want to do that. So that'll be a thing that I would like to get to. We still haven't done too much in the Bramble, especially if from what we learned on Brittle Hollow is anything to go by. There's probably a lot there. Because we really only did the one trip out there. And he was like, yeah, there's more here, and there's more, like, you can get to, Titan's Deep or whatever from in Brittle Hollow. But I have no idea beyond that. So, what's going on there? No idea. So, yeah. But, otherwise, like, I know that I'm probably not going to want to do a lot of the stuff on Titan's Deep because that triggered my thalassophobia, and that was not a fun time. So there's like a certain amount of like I'm probably going to try and avoid a lot of stuff on there, specifically because I know it's not going to be a fun experience for me. But at the same time, like if there's information there that, you know, is keeping us from being able to do stuff on other planets, then like well, who knows? But I'm building theories. I foresee us being able to keep going for like probably another week, maybe 2 at this point. Like with the number of things, also just like with the number of things left to find. Like we haven't done a whole lot in the Dark Bramble. And that's probably going to be one of the things that we look into next week. And then, you know, who knows? Maybe there's like there's a couple of things left where it feels like you need very tight timing or very specific circumstances in order to get. Like one of the ones was going to be whatever is below the interloper. You basically get 2 shots at that. And your timing has to be like spot on. Otherwise, you may as well just, like, jump into the fucking sun. You know? Like, that might be a thing that we look into, but I'm probably, like... If it seems like it's gonna be, like, too rough, I don't know. I am a big proponent of just, like, if I know I'm not gonna have a good time with it, you know, then, like, we'll skip it. So you can game it like you did with Flappy Bird. Yeah, I don't know if there's a good way to do that. Because the thing that was, is basically, with the Flappy Bird, I managed to get their timing just right that there was still sand on the ground. And that's how I managed to get that to work. For this, I have no idea if I'm going to be able to do something like that. You know? Because basically, in case people did not get to see it, basically what the timing is there is something below the surface of the interloper. But because the interloper is covered in ice, you can't get to it. Except when it passes really close to the sun in part of its orbit, it gets really close to the sun, and while it's close to the sun, the ice covering that section melts. And that's really what means we can get to the thing. But you basically would have to be, like, out of your spaceship, you know, it's set the microwave to defrost. Yeah. It's some very specific circumstances, very tight timing, and you have to be navigating while you're fighting the sun. The literal fucking sun's gravity. And last time, I could not get it. The last time I tried, we gave it a couple of attempts, and I could not fucking get it. So, we might try again, but I'm not the most optimistic. So. And again, big proponent of if it's Seth, hit the bricks. So, if I don't think I'm gonna get it, I'm probably just gonna pass on it and accept I'm gonna take the L. You know? So, that's the thing. But other than that, like, I would like to be able to get to the Quantum Moon. I want to see what it looks like. I want to see what the 6th location is. But, yeah. Yeah. Dang. Sun be heavy. Sun's too fat. Has its own gravity. I know, right? It's like it's the center of the whole goddamn solar system. Yeah. But yeah.